Alrighty. Welcome to the second round of War of Rebellion hosted by Stonewall's Brigade. If you didn't see the first round, I'm going to link it in a card right here and at the end of the video. So, moderators for today are Second Lieutenant Crafter from the 27th Virginia and Second Lieutenant Elites from 2nd Texas. I don't know why I had a hard time saying that. But, we have 88 people today, an increase from last round. You know, we're three units are out this week, with various things, that are going on with them. All right, so for CSA team, we have 33rd Virginia led by Headache. We have 27th Virginia led by Sergeant Major Quaint Spade. We have AB led by Scrapper, Brigadier General. We have NC Sharpshooters led by Big How. We have 1st SCOR led by 2nd Lieutenant Mutu Madre. And we have for Union team, we have 1st Minnesota Cavalry led by Captain Mack. We have 2nd Texas led by 1st Lieutenant Ruger. We have 1st RB led by Quartermaster Sergeant Steve. Ghoultown, not Steve. Ghoultown. My brain. 4th NJ is led by 2nd Lieutenant Adam. And 2nd US is led by Captain Valken. Somewhere in here there was a VTOB guy, but I don't know what happened to him. So, let's get into this. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Shout out Quaint Spade is leading for 27th. You love to see it. How are you guys?
Okay. Don't worry about that, Warren. Adam did nothing wrong. He was asking why there was no cards.
Ah.
Oh.
I think I won.
Where are you going?
Are SB running like side by side? They're running basically as one brigade, but with two independent leadership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but yeah, Jordan. Jordan, usually loud.
PSA very spread out.
I'm really excited to see Quaint Spade leading again. I haven't seen him lead in a while because of everything going on for him. I don't know. Hot take, maybe, for you, Crafter, but I think he is the best leader in Stonewall's Brigade on the field. And
I've not seen him lead enough, so I have no idea.
Like
I joined after he stopped.
me and ATEC made that assertion I want to say a year ago, but it's been.
I've never seen him lead. So
Second, hold.
Yeah,
Line,
he
left,
doesn't
right,
like
left,
to lead
right.
a lot because he likes to let his guys lead.
Take aim at that flag right in front.
2nd US is shooting at
Steady.
27th.
Mm-hmm.
Good hit.
Sprint it back on
Good
me.
hit, boys.
Right behind. Let's go.
And then you have down the center, you have an engagement between 2nd Texas, 4th NJ, and 1st RB against the trees. Are they shooting? Can they actually see their enemy? Oh, it's the two guys in 1st SCOR. Madre, don't shoot.
Oh, is it?
Madre, don't shoot. There
Who
you
left
go.
the event?
What do you mean?
It was a 7-man imbalance. Or did someone spawn on the wrong side? What happened? Trying to figure it out.
Come on.
Not sure.
Everybody's here.
Yeah, so somebody must have, because we have 87 people in the server. I think we started out with the same number.
47 plays. Somebody, I don't know. Weird.
Fall back.
Oh well, it's close enough. I'm not gonna-
It's not. Yeah, it's not gonna affect it too bad.
Anyways.
It's what I don't like recording on wooded maps because you can't actually to get down in there and see everything. You have to
Yeah, you have to be really in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it gets too specific because then you're
Yeah,
locked in trying to fly through bushes and see stuff.
and you're trying to look at you have to look at a specific unit at a time, or else
Moral support.
you don't see anything.
Yeah.
I can't do the big wide panning shots that I usually like. I don't know if you've noticed watching Elites, but like I fuck it up all the time. I'm constantly hitting T and the flag button
Yeah.
because I'm so used to moderating that I end up like 90% of the shots are just like jumbled
Let me try to fix
text.
that one sec. And he's
Yeah.
constantly like
Yeah,
moving
noticed.
the screen too fast.
Yeah.
He's just a badman, bro.
Yeah, I am bad at recording the event. I will say that.
I have noticed, but then at the same time, I'm just like, you know what? I mean, I would do the same thing, so I'm just like, whatever. I mean, that's fine.
Ramadre flanking on the Union right now.
Dude.
His 3 guys. They took out the flag.
SB and first NCSS are getting chewed up by what's it called? Crossfire between 1st Minnesota Cavalry and the 2nd USS.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Yeah.
Madre running up in the back line.
Yeah, he's having some fun back there. I don't think he knows that Mac and his line is over there. They did pull more people now. Mac has 3 or 4 more people
Yeah.
in late.
Yeah, they're up to 9. Very nice. I'm glad to see, I hope everybody's having fun. I hope that, I know that next week we won't have the week. I mean, I guess we can still pull a card next week, right?
Yeah, we can still pull card next week. Even if we're playing tickets.
Yeah.
Just can't be anyone
We got-
points.
Fuck.
Little melee engagement over
Yeah,
here.
you brace.
Yeah.
Brace your butt.
We've got first NCS Rambo, and I'm trying to figure out where the
What is his name?
first NCS officer and
Big
NCO
Cow?
I'm trying to find.
Uh,
Yeah, they're-
Howdy, howdy.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hold on.
Was it was big.
I got
Hat.
it.
I'm just retarded.
Yeah,
I lost reports.
yeah, I got it.
For a minute.
We got friendly.
I usually
today.
for Rambo stuff, if they're meleeing, I just make sure like, hey, don't melee with it unless you have 1 to 2 people. with
Yeah,
you.
but
And then for shooting, I'll just say don't shoot with more.
Holy crap! I
than-
team
Guys,
killed
don't
four.
shoot. Easy, boy. Easy.
Yeah,
You got
but-
friendlies, deadhead, dude. Just did that.
Friendly-
yeah, so they were
Yeah.
like, so fella, like, so there was somebody who was, I
quick
didn't see who it was. I was watching to see him shoot, and then they shot, and I forgot their name, so I'm a little slow. But and then fella ran in. He knew that there was 2, and then he shot. So it's just fine.
2nd US pulled out of the woods. This is kind of the perfect map, I think, for this
Use the rocks as cover,
smaller
boys.
event
Direct front, direct
because
front.
it makes everything, you have to find your enemy a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas like when there's a ton of people in here, it just becomes a charge fest.
Yeah.
Oh god, what did I walk into?
Behind this bush. Behind this bush.
Yeah, and I'm I mean, I have a bias against charge. I don't like it when it's a charge fest. But sometimes, that's kind of what you have to do strategy wise. And it's it's fine
Yeah.
to do that. But yeah.
I definitely agree. Blindly charging over and over and over is not something I necessarily enjoy. Chumadre's headed
Yeah.
straight for he sees him. He's gonna ambush him.
Yeah, he knows where everyone's at. He's just been running around shooting.
He missed.
Second one hit, officer.
His orders.
2 hits, 1 miss.
Bad Madre.
No, this
And a bit of
fire east, boys.
Yankees northwest.
They're getting flanked.
TSA
SB's
charge,
gonna get
AD
flanked.
charge
Oh,
into Union.
I'm running over. I'm flying.
Good amount of TKs from Union. Sorry, from CSA. CSA will be able to take that victory though and wipe the 4th New Jersey.
Kill that last guy. Reform, boys. Reform.
Yep,
back
we got
up.
them all, boys. We got them all.
First North Carolina back to our original position.
AB
It's definitely
back. Let's
interesting
go.
because right now we've got 2 smaller units for the CSA and the rest are big units for Union besides 2nd Texas as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of interesting. Also, it's cool to see that 2nd Texas and 1st RB are kind of running together a little bit.
It should not take us that many bullets just to kill
Yeah.
one guy.
Always cool to see the smaller units
It
work
took me
together.
a second to acquire.
Yeah, no, it's nice to see. Yeah, it's definitely nice to see that. I mean,
I don't have flag on
specifically as playing with Second Texas, we do at least what I'm leading, and I think I'm pretty sure that Greenwood are the same way. is that when we find smaller units, like especially if we're playing on, if we're playing Union, we'll meet up with like the 2nd U.S. sharpshooters to try to maneuver with them because they also think the same way we do as skirmishers. But yeah, a lot of the smaller units just band together, and then we'll kind of do our tactics, and then try to be a very wide singular unit, but we can maneuver as individuals if we need to. But it's very nice. Yeah, I agree with you. It's very nice to see that teamwork happen amongst the regiments.
Exactly, especially since for the last few weeks we've been talking about
In front.
watching from above and seeing a smaller units try and make it work. Work together and make it
Nah,
work.
right
But
on
it
the
seems like it's
fence.
actually working tonight. They're able to go up against larger units as just 2 smaller units of maybe 5 to 6 guys and actually take out some of these larger 10-man units. It's
Shift
beautiful.
on me, boys.
Yeah, exactly. It's like we saw in
Shift on blank
the
space.
during the first event. It was 2nd and AB. No, it wasn't 2nd and AB.
Skirmish
sorry,
out. These
second,
rocks and logs.
Skirmish
You
USA.
will have
It
independent
was
fire
AB and
east
I
northeast
apologize, I forget the
as
other
they
words,
come
but
across.
They had done a pretty good flanking maneuver, and then
North,
distracted
they're
Union,
shifting
and
farther
then
left, north,
and
northeast.
then the SB or
northeast.
Stella Brigade moved in, and they were
Papa Bear,
practically
run back,
the
get
main
33rd.
line at that point. So it was good work from 2 small regiments to work together.
Hey,
and,
33rd, they're
um,
close
Yep.
over
Independent
here.
fire, boys. Keep shooting
very good
them up.
move on that.
We
But
got
in
shots
here,
north, northeast.
yeah, that's a lot. Teamwork is definitely a lot more needed, especially in the forest, because your vision is a lot more limited.
Exactly, you can't see anything, so being together and being able to call out
2nd
stuff together
Texas and the
helps them
1st
together.
RB are engaging with the entirety of SB.
There's
Yes.
a
SB
log to our
inventory.
rear left if you
Hey, let them
want
cook,
to
bro.
use
Let them
that.
cook.
Yeah, we'll use that.
The numbers are pretty much even for them, right?
That was
Everybody
jeez.
move back to the left. Move
It's
back
a
to the left. There's
6v
cover.
Oh, wait, no, there's more.
Yeah,
They got
it's-
this. Texas, they're always cooking. We got RB guys running around with
They
them.
got
This
pretty
should be
cooked
enough
just
to go
then,
through.
I'm gonna be honest.
Guys that are behind this tree, just
They
make
could
a
put it
single file
somewhere.
line
They
up
only
against
lost
this
2
tree and just
Yeah, I mean that's not too bad. We got
There is also cover
two,
out
we got
east.
three
You
right
can
now.
spread
And we're all
out.
huddled behind that little fallen tree. That's not a bad spot.
Yeah,
4th New Jersey charging right now. They're gonna get wiped.
Keep putting them down, boys.
we
Keep
gotta
putting them
slide
down.
over.
Sorry, not SB. AB.
Third flag of y'all.
Some other boys here are gonna be able to hold that.
Call your
Keep that third
heads.
flag.
Call
Keep that
your
third flag.
heads.
Get that third flag.
Keep moving,
Come
keep
here,
moving,
flag.
keep moving,
Come here,
Very
flag.
nice.
Oh, that
What do you
flag
got?
ran the
Come
wrong way.
Come here, flag. That's right.
Oh, they did.
That's
Never
right.
mind.
Run towards the enemy, flag.
Got the colors. Back, boys. Back to the skirmish.
Yeah, there we go.
The woods are our domain. Don't let them take it from us.
So far, CSA has basically controlled the forest.
Yeehaw,
There it
boys.
is, boys.
Yeehaw.
PTS Ryan.
Hit it, Ryan.
Yeah, it's been interesting watching
can
them
we
work.
swoop around to their
Like
left
we're
side
talking about
and
working
flip
together. I
inside?
mean, they've definitely been doing a good job. Same with Union. Union's been doing decently at it as well. I haven't seen really. I mean, other than I don't know. I don't really have any like. I didn't see anything.
I
any
think
blunders or anything like that.
I think what has been the reason, like, the event is really close right now. But I think what really would be the turning point is I think Union needs to stick together and just push, push up one side, focus one side of the map, because what's happening is that they're spreading out and trying to spread real thin to cover it all, and then they get punched through by units, and then those units are in their back line, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Middle
And,
here making a dash and play for their flag. He making his way around a couple units.
Oh,
trying to
he
get it.
he got it.
A big house sees it.
on these rocks.
Take this flag
Oh,
down.
Yeah,
he ran
and
all
yeah,
day.
Friendly's coming out, friendly's coming out, friendly's coming out.
Hey,
Friendly's
good try,
coming
bro.
out.
Good try, bro. Hey, you gotta admire that. He's got some balls.
Alrighty.
Sergeant Major. Yeah.
That's Alright, boys, fall back, fall back.
Quince,
Headache,
I want
they're
to
shooting, I think.
Yes, sir.
There goes the officer.
Someone just killed our officer. This would be a good time. I just saw someone kill their officer.
Alright, so SB talking about a charge against the remainders of 1st RB and 2nd Texas, but frankly, there's a lot of Yankees right behind them. Like, right behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, they charge right now.
Alright, we're going.
Oh, they're charging.
23rd. Let's get in there, boys. Charge bayonet.
Let's go.
Yeah, you're talking
boys,
about
let's
that
go.
Union being in concentration, making a large move. This would be.
This is the turning point, yeah.
Yeah.
If they can capitalize on this and then work together to push forward, they will win this.
Elijah and his 3 boys making a play.
Got him.
Yeah, it looks like it went well for Union on that charge.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
They
reform
eliminated
this
most
line,
of the
boys.
guys.
Reform this line on my left.
SB got white. More
SB has 4 guys. A unit of like what, 20 guys tonight?
AB,
14.
right here, boys.
14.
Southeast.
Keep pushing.
Big Howe trying to hold off
Friendlies, watch the friendly.
against second US.
Keep
Gets
going,
wiped.
keep going. Don't stop, don't stop.
Now second US is charging the entirety of AB. And Valkyn's dead. They got the flag. No, they're dead.
Spread it out. Get cover.
We get the colors?
Behind.
Damn,
Get
they are
covering.
targeting
Never
Quain
mind.
Spade
That was
like
AD.
crazy.
Nice.
Trying to get him out.
Alright, I'm back there, sir. Go ahead and skirmish out. Independent fire.
Yo.
Good thing for CSA to fall
Hey,
back
behind
a
you!
little bit. Union's gonna
That's
still is now gonna.
That's
have
a
the
Yankee
hard
right
time
there.
trying to push forward.
Oh,
What is
there's
this Union
Union
guy
right
doing?
there.
Oh no, he's dead. He was
Try to
trying
get that
to
flag.
A lot of
Fall in, fall in.
TKs from AB.
Yeah, they're hitting SB. They don't realize.
Yeah,
That is
northeast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Northeast to southeast.
Should I?
Northeast. Or northeast.
No.
East.
It wasn't
No, you can't
intentional.
tell 'em.
They were surrounded by enemies.
They're just AB's currently shooting into the woods. and
Good
they're
shot, boys.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there was some Yankees running on each side of SB, so they were just plugging
Yes,
away at
yes,
him.
we are. We're gonna
Okay.
act as the far right.
What
Six
changed up here, boys?
by the-
Consulting with us?
by the,
No, but we have.
Jeez.
7, sorry, 8,
Yeah, don't.
9,
Yeah, that's
10,
a-
11,
Yeah, you
Heard.
That's a
13.
I mean,
There's been 13
Hey,
CKs.
I mean, they lost some serious tickets because of that.
There's
Serious
been
tickets.
Yeah, they
15
have.
CKs for the CSA in the last 2 minutes.
33rd.
And that's one of
we're
those
base,
things where it's like,
27th
I
maneuver.
mean, you can see when you TK somebody. So, I mean, if you're like shooting in a
27,
crowd, I
check
mean, of
ready.
course, there's that kind of discretion of like, well, there's Union around them. But
Spread on
sometimes,
me,
like,
boys.
just,
On
you're
Quain
going to
Spade,
waste
27.
more,
Quaint.
you're going to waste more tickets trying to kill Union and help support your guys. But if you're inaccurate with your rounds, then that's just going to hurt you in the long run.
Skirmish out.
See, but
Yeah,
my
yeah.
thing is
Left
also
and
like I
right.
think
Get on
it's really
cover
bad
if
for the
you got
CSA to be
time.
killing each other, but at the same time, it's almost worse. The thing, like, here's Senshi running off on his own. Where's he going? Right? There's a lot of these guys who have been running through to go like grab flags or whatever, or get behind the enemy and scout. But like, they keep getting killed, and that's worth a lot more tickets than just a guy who dies in line to a TK. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's the one of the things. I mean,
Shift
I
fire.
I personally know Senshi,
North,
because he's
northeast,
second. But I
boys.
mean, he likes to scout a lot, and sometimes he kind of just runs off and does
Northeast, direct
what he
northeast.
wants, and it does cost us tickets sometimes. And
Yeah, they're right.
but he is
behind,
scouting right now. As long as he doesn't
behind.
shoot, it's fine.
Yeah.
He's grabbing a flag.
No, he's
Um,
fine. That's not what I
yeah.
was getting at. I'm just getting at like
I'm
I
sorry.
I was watching earlier, as like individually, random Yankees were running in to try and grab the flag, and
Right, yeah.
and 6 or 7 of them died, right? Those 6 or
Yeah.
7 of them, that's 30, 35 tickets, right?
Yeah, and that's a lot of tickets.
Just watched four new
Union behind
ago
you.
Okay, they
trying
fell
to take a
back.
flag and
Zach,
a
how did that
despawn in front of
happen?
their face, and they got
I don't
wiped.
even know, man.
Since she did
Yeah.
get the flag out, though, luckily, he
Very
was getting
good.
shot at by 3 officers with pistols and made it out somehow.
But yeah, like I get it. Flag management and having the flag is huge, but also like to a certain extent, they're really close to their spawn. You know what I mean? Like where they're staging
Yeah.
right now is so close to their spawn. They don't
Yeah.
flag
Might as
should,
well just spawn main
Yeah.
at that point.
and let the flag
Yeah.
despawn. Like it's not
Yeah.
worth 40 tickets to get a flag. You know?
Yeah, that's true. That's kind of just I don't know. When situations like that happen, sometimes I just leave it to the heat of the battle. I guess it's
Oh,
like you don't
totally.
think about like just like yay, spawn's right there. Like
And-
don't worry about the flag, and if we get it, we get it. If we don't, then spawn main.
It's another thing,
Um,
like in our community here, and I think this is also true for like where we come from with like having been a part of War Brothers for a lot of our units, right?
Right, march.
One
Right.
of the thing I've noticed is like in that community, we love to skirmish. We love to skirmish. But if
Yeah.
you play in other events outside of that circle, skirmishing is like a rarity.
Go ahead and give me full kits, gentlemen.
Yeah, it is.
because
War dog
the
10%.
ticket and that means the death count is way higher, and often the games are a lot more intense, but it's all shoulder to shoulder
About head
volleys.
height. Steady. Fire.
Yeah, which is, I mean,
Back on me. Back on me.
for personal opinion, I mean, skirmishing is a lot more fun because you get to do a lot more. Like, you get to be more of like the annoyance rather than the main line. I mean, of course, you could do mainline combat, but I mean, at the same time, this isn't the Revolutionary War. This is the Civil War. We had of course the Revolutionary. There were skirmishers, but and here I think I'm not really much of I'm not super. I don't super read a lot about the Civil War history, so I'm not. Take what I said with a grain of salt. But then this skirmishing was a lot more utilized here in the Civil War because the technology was better. There's
it's Geminian tactics, right? It's a major all of the officers of the Civil War who were like trained before the war. They all read a book called The Art of War by Anthony de Gemini or something like that. Gemini.
Right.
And he a lot of the stuff that our troops even do today finds its origin with Gemini, right? From like skirmishing back then to foxholes today and attacking at the enemy's weak point to get in behind them, right? That's the type of stuff. But at the same time, the game mechanics are like, I don't know. I think it's interesting how like I said, a lot of units don't focus shoulder to shoulder fighting. Not a bad thing. I mean, 27th is a skirmishing regiment, right? Like that's what we've specialized in. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I'd like to see a bit more shoulder to shoulder in our events, but we only have 88 people, so maybe I'm just yapping for no reason.
That's why we should play with the big fat line card one day.
Yeah, which I think the big fat line card just for that reason. And plus, fighting a light regiment is fun. Sometimes if you're fighting shoulder to shoulder with your comrades and then taking rounds and then you all aim and then you fire, it's a really tight volley. And then you're just mass murdering people.
And you watch the ticket count go down, like
Yeah,
and
him getting volleyed.
Yeah.
Ghost, where'd you see him?
It looks like Union concentrated themselves a little bit. Their main again. They spread.
I don't know if that's by intention by the Union or if that they're getting completely surrounded.
No, I think it's intentional. I think I've been watching them.
It's intentional, for sure. This is kind of their plan with it.
And CSA is spreading way out, which hopefully should go in the Union's favor. I like 1-to-1s, right? If the CSA wins the first round, I'm gonna be honest, I root for the USA the second round. Vice versa, right? I love 1-to-1s, right? One win, one loss. Beautiful. Everybody goes home a little happy, a little upset. They can come back next week and try again, right?
Right.
Is that SB just coming in the side? Yeah. First and C and SB just pushing along the enfilade of the Union line.
Yeah, I guess they realized that Union was kind of maybe they realized that Union was kind of pocketed in front of their spawn, and they decided to flank out.
Yeah.
Ideally, so the plan with Union from sitting in there from Tord, while I was sitting there with them was if there was a skirm unit, we'll say second Texas or your sharpshooters, or the smaller units for playing with Union tonight, they would go around that same way that 27th came, and then they would flank and then distract the unit, and then the rest of the Union force could then advance because some of the CSA force is distracted.
Yeah,
they can move in.
And while SB and First NC certainly got a lot of guys, they also lost everybody but 3, and that's what pushed them into taking losses just then.
They did because I was watching a little bit, and they were they went too far, and then Union consolidated their
Overextended.
area.
Rest of you,
Yeah.
listen to
They
my
extended
order.
too much.
And right from behind, 4th NJ.
Bryce behind, Bryce behind.
4th NJ charged right out from behind, and 2nd US. Right by
Well,
AB.
looks
Can
like-
they hold it? They had no clue this was happening.
I do think they're going to be able to hold it.
Yeah, they're gonna
That's
hold it.
incredible. That's incredible.
That's amazing.
I mean, what a recovery. What a recovery. What a
The Union needs to
recovery.
take advantage now, though. They do have 2 fresh units. They need to push forward and put pressure on that point.
Yep. While everybody's back there recovering. Like, who is left to defend?
Also,
1st NCSS
Keep in mind,
is all
the
that's
Union
left.
is currently outnumbered by 7 people. So they're
Yeah.
holding a very, very close game. In fact, actually on tickets, they're winning after that
They're
charge
winning.
rate from
Yeah.
AB.
This
Yeah.
is, I mean, hey, masterclass in comebacks, right?
Right.
So far, that's what this has been. Knock on wood.
Yeah, with that that charge that happened on 4th New Jersey, there has been especially with, so I've been learning from Lochner. So Lochner is the for Holcomb Legion. He's been the scout, and he was training me on this stuff. But it's very important for what I've learned is very important for units, any unit, regardless of size, to have a lookout, to look at your flank and look behind you, so to watch those charges, because I mean, you can cover a lot of distance in one reload of a rifle.
And what I would recommend is just, you know, having a staff NCO is usually what I do. So like Quaint Spade or Pop Bear are usually my flank guards.
Or even get your flag to do it. Your flag's doing
Yeah.
nothing anyways. Just have your
Yeah,
flag
exactly.
cover.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so we've had to modify it because I mean for second we don't use flags. So what we do is we're having we're working on having a program where we're using specialists, and our specialists are the ones that will do that because they're trained and they're doing that full time where they're looking around and they're you know they're thinking in this way. Of course, having the NCOs doing it too is a good idea as well.
Massive,
that's what we're doing.
Massive CSA, you know, assembly on the left flank.
Yes.
Massive.
Yeah, it looks like Union that left flank of Union is facing them.
Minnesota knows.
Here comes 1st NC, which may, and SB, that might end up
Fire into the Minnesota.
First Minnesota. Looks
Yeah,
like
but
they are
Minnesota's
very
cut
close to
down
Minnesota.
1st NC. Let's see if they can get.
I shot this man.
See if they react well
Yeah.
enough.
I think they're.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty even trade, but it's.
Flags behind that.
Reinforcements coming in for the CSA.
27.
Yeah.
But hey,
Even though the
hats
Union-
off. That was
Yeah, Union lost that in the end, but in my book they won it. just for
That's
holding off a
damn
2-1
good
charge.
brace. Damn good brace.
Yeah. I mean, you're watching them cutting them down, and you know
Before they can
minimize
even
the
get to
numbers
them.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
CSA didn't get a shot off
We're off to the right.
because most of them got cut down. It was pretty damn good. And they're
Here
not
comes
going to be
the
able to.
US charge in the back of all of AB
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
and 1st NC.
Friendlies, hey, we're friendlies.
I love
Looks like they're a little bit outnumbered on Union.
They came in yelling friendlies, friendlies don't kill, and nobody killed them. Nobody knew what they were doing. They weren't watching. Oh my gosh. The awareness tonight. of
Oldest
AB
rule,
seems to
oldest
lack
trick
a
in
little
the book. Y'all
bit. The
friendlies.
awareness for AB seems to lack a little bit tonight. The amount of TKs they have,
It's
15
just-
TKs on their own right now.
You know, it can. They're the anchored unit, right, for CSA. They're the largest one, so it can get hard to manage everything.
Yeah.
89 people, pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, that's a
considering.
good.
And
That's a good size.
considering everything that happened earlier today, and with you know, TG being out for their stuff.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good poll today. I mean, it was a five man imbalance. The balance going to CSA in CSA's favor. I'd say it's pretty good. I mean, Union is doing a good job on this map.
Yeah.
When you load it, dress it
holding
right.
their own and they'll maintain.
They are still in the lead, only by like 7 tickets, but they are still in the lead, and they have held it for a little while now.
They are.
Yeah, now they just need to, I mean, honestly, keep doing it. right? I don't see anything really wrong with what they're doing. They just need to whittle them down to the last stand. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And this was kind of, this is kind of one of those times where one of the few times, or I don't know, just one of the times that the plan is working, because this is literally their plan is, not generally what their formation or anything like that right now, but of what they're what in particular they're doing is they're holding the area and whittling them down, like you're saying, and flanking if they need to, but really they're just kind of holding their ground, and that's working out well for them.
Second USS is gonna, capitalize on the fact that 33rd and 27th think that the charge is over from 1st Minnesota coming right behind them.
We're friendlies. We're friendlies. You missed.
No, it's not second. What the fuck?
You're lucky I forgot to reload. You're lucky I
it's
forgot to
not
reload.
second.
I'm gonna give you an STD. Get over here.
Get their
I'm gonna give
flag.
you an STD. Get over
Behind
here.
you, behind you. Yankees behind. Yankees behind.
Don't let him get
No,
A-Tech.
just
Get
me.
that man off A-Tech.
Yeah, Jack, I'm gonna give you an
Fuck them
STD.
trolls.
They're running in
Yeah.
circles. This is a fucking cartoon.
You got all that right.
Yeah, I got all of it. That
I
is
need that.
hilarious.
I need that as a clip.
Yeah, I'll
That
put it
was
up as a
freaking
short.
wild. I want that as a short. That was amazing. Oh my gosh. And it was a Teleno us chasing A-Tech.
Yeah.
Funny.
It looks like the CSA AB is gonna turtle a little bit.
I mean, yeah, they need to at this point. I mean, they're almost in breaking. Think about it. They have to.
Yeah.
They're trying to keep their tickets decked.
I agree.
Just keep
No.
their tickets a bit longer.
Absolutely, it's what I would do.
think that since they pulled back now, the Union of course doesn't know, but 4th New Jersey and 1st RB and Texas, 2nd Texas should all really move up. They've got SB in the open. Both SB units are in the open. Could be really easy wipes for them. That would put them into breaking if they would just.
I would have
If they can,
Gentlemen.
if they can advance online, and 2nd US and 1st Min can get on the side and kind of push that flank in, so it gets swept up by the main line, then yeah, it would work perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. Just watch Tamadre get domed for 30 meters away. Gotta love it. Got
Yes.
the image.
I was watching them take hold on the base of that fallen tree, and thinking to myself, like, that's probably not a good place. But I mean, that's a play you can make. But it cost them tickets a little bit too, making that play. They might have killed 1 or 2 or 3, depending on if they were all hit their shots. But they, one of them died, and then another one died. So that was a skirmishing loss, and then tickets, and then a out of formation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2nd US is doing this long flank around. I think it would be much wiser to just push that flank up. Or is it?
It's First
Minnesota, yeah.
And 2nd US is on the fence right now.
But yeah, I think it'd be much wiser to push that flank back. Just like get online and push inwards until they're forced to fall back into their friendlies who can get charged out by 4th. That's what I would do.
AB and got completely absorbed. I will say though, there's been more TKs coming in, dude. The TKs for the CSA has been really bad tonight. There's only been 2 Union this entire match, and there's been over 35 for the CSA tonight. There's another one.
Just a heads up to you boys, Beast is in the event, but for some reason he doesn't have his tags on, and I'm not gonna make him do it with 11 minutes left.
Yeah, don't worry about
So
where is he?
Just letting y'all know.
He's on. He's
okay. That's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. And English isn't his first language either, so trying to explain that to him right now might be a good idea. All right, for 2nd US, you're charging and being
heading
back.
90 people. 90 people.
This should put the CSA into breaking, and there it goes. Now, if 4th New Jersey can all respawn quickly and start moving to point, there's no one defending point right now. Everyone is off of point. 4th New Jersey needs to capitalize on this and move forward, but they won't know because they can't see. That's the bad part about playing the woods.
Yeah, this is the opportunity. Just swing around all of them.
Who's that Union clump? Yeah, 2nd and 33rd. Second and SB for the most part. The second 33rd and 4th New Jersey, if they had, if they moved directly to point, I mean, there's only, well, there's a little shift now, but they could start taking it if they needed to, but looks
I
like
just think Union is very unaware. I mean, 4th New Jersey has barely moved from that position after they kind of totaled a little bit.
yeah. Which I think with how they defended that charge, I think that's, they might have decided tactically that might be a better idea, but sometimes you gotta be more mobile.
Especially considering now there's only 9 minutes left, they're not getting them in the last stand. It's just not happening.
27th wiped and they lost their flag. Union needs to move forward. They need to either put them into final stand or take that point. One or the other needs to happen. Sitting back is the last thing they should be doing right now.
Advancing at online, just pushing.
Advancing and closing the distance and applying more pressure to CSA.
Yeah.
Definitely be a great idea. Looks like there's a CSA movement and Union's
left flank.
In place, left flank and
if they could see it, they're gonna get to take out first NC.
Oh yeah,
here comes first Minnesota coming back. They're gonna be able to wipe the CSA.
Are they?
Yes, they will.
I got it, Rebels.
Yeah, definitely.
They're up by 2 because the flag. Somebody picked up the flag and now they're down. That's gonna be a whole SB wipe here, unless Ryan kills them all because they're not turning around and killing Ryan. Is Ryan gonna be able to pull off the save here?
Wow!
Wow! Ryan with 5 kills for the save. I need that as a short too, Roberts. We gotta cook.
Yeah, wow. That's
Wild
hard.
trade. SB lost their flag, so they went and got it back, and then they took out the regiment who made them lose their flag. Wild. Oh, here we go. Here comes a play. Second U.S. making a wide wraparound, trying to get to the point. Trying to make something happen here at the last few minutes.
I mean, they're definitely moving forward. Is it fast enough? Is another question.
Not fast enough whatsoever. You still got Tamadre over here being a little pest, running around shooting 4th New Jersey and the sides.
Yep. It's probably what's keeping them there. It's probably a thought that there's a larger unit somewhere out there.
Mm-hmm. I will say MVP for the Union on this map has got to be Second West.
Take aim
maybe
west.
First Minnesota is close up there also.
Fire.
Just because they've been doing the most work.
Reload.
Taking out the.
Yeah, absolutely.
Remember, if you miss the volley, wait for the next
one. The 4th NJ is trying to engage to Madre.
Yeah, they're just trying to fight 3 guys.
It's a move.
I think that's what you're correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Saying Crafters, maybe that they think they're fighting a bigger line. They're sending 3 groups of guys or whatever.
Yeah.
When in reality, it's just Tumadre and Traptar and Redneck just making runs. But
yeah, and since they can't see them, they don't know when they've moved, and they're just blasting away.
Yeah.
And they only got 6 minutes left. It's like, for me, this would be the time where I go, hey, let's 5 minutes. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Stop sitting in the back.
Like, I would be charging nonstop right now. Like, as soon as it hits
if
6.
If they started not and stopped charging at 12 minutes, they'd be in final stand by now. They'd be able to take the point.
Yeah.
Right.
Southwest.
But it's not happening. Unfortunately, I think unless the
4th New Jersey, they're southwest.
Take on a slightly outnumbered charge and win.
Well, and here's the other thing. Because the main units are not moving, you have 1st Minnesota Cav and 2nd US that are going in and trying to do it themselves, costing them more tickets.
Yeah, and that's the problem is that right now, CSA is they're basically turtling in on the point. I mean, they're not, and then, third, second US.
4th NJ is moving.
Yeah.
They are moving, but
Yeah,
they're
they're
what the
making
problem is they're about to be flanked right here by 20 South Virginia, and they're going to come in behind, and that's going to be a Union flank, unfortunately. Unless the
Yeah.
Union can fluff it.
Into line march, commence firing! Into line march, commence firing!
Commence fire.
I would say a lot of the CSA don't have their reloads,
Skirmishers in line.
because of the charge that just happened a few seconds ago. But here come the 27th and the
Independent, boys.
Union backs.
They're gonna get squeezed. Oh, this is rough to watch. I don't know why I just went up them.
Rambo!
Yeah, 2-second US came in. And
This ain't
took a
Rambo's
reinforcement.
dummy!
Not Rambo.
Actually, that might be enough.
Hey Rambo, little bitch! Y'all getting killed by our last
I just took up the
unit!
whole, pretty much all the CSA in front of them.
Help us, charge them.
This is, I mean, they put them down a lot. I mean, to see just
Queen
in that
Spade-
one charge,
Queen
they
Spade
dropped them half
asks-
morale.
Queen Spade asks for help, and AB's nowhere to be seen. They could have wiped 4th NJ and pushed the entire enemy team in the final push, giving them only like, taken at least a minute of their time away, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is
Yeah,
where
the
you
Union
gotta
just
just
keep charging.
yes, this is where you just gotta start doing shit. Just start throwing shit at the wall, see what sticks. Like
Yeah.
There's enough people right here. I mean, yes, there's 2 flags.
What's
you have
that-
to leave 2 people behind, but
What's that
charge.
saying about like you gotta fight like a monkey in a sinking ship? There's something about that. Like a
You might be
dog
little
trapped
crazy,
in
I don't know.
trapped in a short corner. You know what I'm saying.
I think I do.
Oh, like you gotta fight like the last monkey to get on Noah's Ark.
Second sharps behind on the line.
Yeah, right.
With me.
What
Let's
the hell is
go.
talking
Come on.
strat and chat? Jesus Christ.
I'm looking up. Okay.
I was like, I think I know where
Okay, there you go. Here it is. If you're gonna fight like you're the 3rd monkey on the ramp to Noah's Ark, and brother, it's starting to rain. Okay, yeah,
Okay.
that's
Okay,
what
you
I'm referring
were so
to.
far off of what you were trying
Yeah.
to say.
Second sharps up here.
I had a slight feeling I knew what you were gonna say, but I was like, I don't know, man.
I don't think it's the last monkeys in
Pull
the
back to
shit
these
fighting to
brambles.
not drown.
Yeah, same thing. Okay, it's
What are we
basically the
doing?
same thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Ugh, they're yelling. What are we
Union,
doing?
charge.
Just go.
This is still winnable by the Union. I mean, 1st Minnesota and 2nd US are the only ones actually doing anything right now. in my
And there's units
This is
off
still
of
winnable.
point. There's only one
If they would
large
charge,
unit.
all of Union charge point right now, they would win the battle.
Yes.
There's not enough because they've got all. Of,
And they have a
27
flank.
people
Like,
behind.
they could push them right now and win. But no, they're going to get flanked
This is
again.
Minnesota.
They're going to get distracted. They're going to get flanked. Ugh.
Battle on my right.
Just go, guys. Go. Why are we sitting back?
Hey, kill a hole.
It's kind of hard to watch from up here.
It's really
It's slow.
It's always hard to watch when something like this happens. It's like, oh my god.
They're in final push. Union, go in. They're so close.
You're
One
not
more
going to
charge,
get
one
them to
more
last
charge.
stand without a charge.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
and
sad to
at
watch
this
these
point,
lines
it doesn't
get
even
in.
matter if you get last stand.
Yeah, because I mean, if all of Union charges in on the CSA that's flanking them, I mean, they're gonna lose enough guys to where it doesn't even matter. They're just gonna spawn in and that's it.
Yeah.
MVP for CSA this match has to be Tamadre. He's distracted the largest unit on the Union for the entire match and kept
Yeah.
them from charging forward. There's
Yeah,
last stand. If the Union doesn't go now, this is game over. The Union needs
Yeah.
to.
I mean,
it doesn't matter what they're doing. Get forward and move.
They can still definitely pull this off, but it's like, it's just unbearable, honestly. They could have been
They
in the
gotta
last
get-
stand 4 minutes ago.
They're charging
Yeah.
bayonets. There they go. They're all going.
Let's
Can they
go.
get there?
On me.
in time?
Let's go. Let's go.
4th of Jersey, charge the point. Fall in with the guys
I
in
mean,
front of
what-
us.
There we go. They're making the call. Everybody's going.
There you go.
I think first min cav is the only unit out there because they're in the back.
Yeah.
If they
Yeah,
can
but
get
they're
on point, they
trickling.
may get
Flag front.
overtime if they can secure the point.
And then when they start
Union moving back. CSA moving back off of the point.
Yeah, I mean, there's no
Trying
reason to
stay
continue.
alive.
Interesting call. Interesting call for sure.
Very interesting call. They're pulling all the way back. What the hell are they doing?
But Union's not pushing up.
Sharps
No,
on the
they don't. I don't think
line.
the Union.
Everybody needs to say capturing on every single Union man's screen right now. Like that's
They just switched positions. They went from the CS from the Union charging out. The CSA
why are
has
they
to charge
giving
and
up
go
the
take the
point?
volley of fire.
I saw the flag.
What is that?
What is happening?
Going?
We gotta go. Let's go.
This is
Okay, here we go. Now they're charging, but they now have to charge
Yeah.
in line.
this
for-
is a series of blunders that I've never witnessed.
I have seen a point pull off before, but never quite like that. Now, can you
No.
Can you hold this? I don't know. That is game.
I don't even know who won. Like
I believe it was
it
the
was
CSA.
CSA, yeah. Wow. I'm baffled.
Yeah.
I'm baffled. That was.
I'm gonna give. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. You.
I was gonna give that. I'm gonna give that to Madre a little bit. I mean, he did great of making 4th New Jersey and all those guys that they were after paranoid on charging, and then they basically made them delay enough, which is a good move.
The amount of flanking was great today.
I think the other thing is like. I don't know. I think it's interesting. I think pulling off a point may have been the right move there, but like, in the moment, I did not see it.
Yeah.
I think part of it is because I think they could have held. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
All right. Well, that's that.
Yeah.